amazing learning about that guy. Was he Joseph? Yeah, Joseph. And how he went through so much and he trusted God through it all.
That was just fantastic, Junior.
It was. But I have to tell you, I'm thinking about my stomach again. I'm hungry. So I was thinking we could go for ice cream.
Junior, ice cream hasn't been invented yet.
What? Well, hear me out. What if we went forward in time to when it was invented and then went back in time to now and everyone can have ice cream now?
Seems like a lot of hard work.
Yeah, suppose so, but all the honeycomb ice cream just melting away. Oh,
Right, okay, Junior. We'll go and get some ice cream.
that sounds amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know a great spot that my mate Gary said, and at that place they have strawberry ice cream, chocolate ice cream, honeycomb ice cream, broccoli ice cream.
Wait. Hold up.
What?
Did you say broccoli ice cream?
Oh yes, it's all the trend. Everyone loves it in the year 2092.
What? That sounds absolutely disgusting.
It's like the best flavour.
Oh well. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I scream, you scream, we all scream for
Ice cream, Junior.
That's the spirit, Senior. Come on.
Okay, you know what? We'll travel to 2056. I know a great ice cream parlour. Let's go.
Whoa. Senior, sorry to burst your bubble, but something tells me this isn't an ice cream parlour, and that wall is not a modern ice cream parlour wall.
What makes you say that? Junior, come on. The frisbee must be broken again.
Not again. We just fixed it.
You know what we can do? We can use Teddy. And you know what Teddy stands for?
What?
The Time Encyclopedia Digitally Downloaded Yo-Yo.
I'm sure the kids knew that though.
Yeah, they knew it. Let's see what it can tell us.
Hello, I'm Ruth. I'm going to tell you a story from the Bible where we hear how God keeps his promises. It's a story found in the Old Testament, which is the part at the beginning of your Bible. You know how you've got the Old Testament at the beginning and then the New Testament is the bit towards the back? Well, this story comes from a book called Joshua, and it's really quite close to the front. And it's Joshua chapter 6, verses 1 to 21. In the story, God gives a man called Joshua a strange set of instructions. But Joshua was a wise man who was obedient to God. He listened to God and he did exactly as he was told, even though it must have seemed a bit funny. And God was faithful. He allowed Joshua and his men victory, so they won a city. Do you want to hear the story? The city was called Jericho, and it was closed. It had a big wall all the way around it. In chapter 6, verse 1, it tells us none went out and none came in. So nobody could get out and nobody could go in. But God had promised Joshua that he would be able to enter this city called Jericho and make it a holy city for God. But how? The walls were really big and they were really wide and really solid and strong. God told Joshua exactly what to do. Joshua was to take his men and march all the way around the city walls once. There were to be 7 priests to blow on trumpets that were made from ram's horns. That's right, sheep's horns. They were to walk before the Ark of the Covenant, which was like a very special box that contained the 10 Commandments. Those were the rules about They were to march like this once all the way around the city for 6 days in a row. On the 7th day, they were to march around the big city walls 7 times, all the while blowing on their trumpets. Then they would make a long blast with the horn, and all at that point, the marchers were to shout. Up until that point, they hadn't made any noise with their voice, just the noise with the horns. And when that shout went out, the wall would fall down. Well, that was the plan. That was God's instructions to Joshua. And that was exactly what Joshua led the people to do. They did it just the way that God had commanded. It must have seemed very strange, though. What a plan. All these people walking around the walls. How did it sound for the people inside the walls? All this commotion outside. But Joshua was a great leader. He followed God's instructions. He was completely obedient to God. And without might or strength, without a big army and a war, without even any tools, nobody had a hammer, nobody even touched the walls. God was faithful to his promise. The big wall fell down flat, and Joshua was victorious. I hope you enjoyed this story from God's Word about how God keeps his promises.